This is Justin Amazon. Late. This is a videos for Monday, April 15th, 2019. It's tax day and in the US anyway. I thought today was a good day to look at kind of the red, seeing how the 5 minute traded on um, Amazon and on a couple of the options. So I've got here the daily. Um, we've just been going. We've been closing incredibly flat all through here. Big pullback today. Incredible V bottom. That was much slower to climb. I mean, it dropped very quickly. And then it was more of a just constant rally all day. It barely slowed down at the point that it had rolled over earlier. Definitely bears were jumping on here. Anybody who missed the short was jumping on here. And of course, then it ripped higher and then came back for a retest, really right on this line into the close. So didn't move too much here, but you had a huge move here and here that may have not been completely obvious, but there were some opportunities once it became obvious. So the last few days, we've been staying above the 1841.30 price. The next line below that I've got here is the 1850 price. We didn't quite get down that far. We got into the 18 teens, but we did not get down to 1815. I think the low was 1890. Yeah, right there. 1890 was the low. So a few dollars away, which means to me it wasn't a great bounce or a great location to bounce and to be buying that. But this pattern right here on the way back up, this was a really nice stair step, a little bit of a pullback, and some small candles to get it going. Then we pretty quickly ran up here. If you look at my cursor when I'm hovering over this, you can see what's going on down this screen with the calls. That you could have actually been buying around $6, $5.90, probably around $6, right at 10 o'clock on the 1850 call. Right in here. And then if you had just held that all day, or at least let's say you took off your full gain when it got right here, anticipating it's going to roll over. It didn't, maybe you got a better fill on the exit. But that is a move up to, let's see, does the cursor thing work? No, it doesn't. It doesn't show on the 5 minute on the stock right now. But right in here, 330, 130, 135, something like that. You could have gotten in at 650. Either of those would have been comfortable. And then it ran up to, let's see, which was it? 130. It ran up nicely into like 8 or 9 easily. So you're buying at 6, goes up to 8 or 9. That's 3R. Long day to wait for that. The other thing you could have done is notice how these highs were all pretty much the same on the calls, even though we're going in the direction of a call. Obviously, we're going up here. And the value on the option is just, going sideways to the ceiling. So you could take the break out of that. It'd be better to take the retest. Don't know how much, if any of this wick is real. If there is a small lower wick, I don't know. But as this is breaking out, you could be getting in like 8 by 7 or waiting for a retest 8 by 7. It would have worked even way over here. That would have been here, and a continued move higher meant that it went from, let's say 8 all the way up here to the high, and you'd probably be taking some profits here, but probably going 8 by 7, going up to 10 would have been a nice 2R. That would have worked. Now on the puts, we're selling off. We get a sharp decline right after the open price, the indecision. We had 10 minutes indecision, and then we broke bearish. And this is the first time we're really, really showing it like this on the 5 minute in a while. And so as this pulls back, again with the puts, we're kind of just going sideways for a little bit. Then we start to get that breakdown in the stock, and it's a breakout on the option. This is the 1825 put. The pricing was decent on this. that's why I'm looking at this, the pricing of the volume rather than like the 1800. Same with this one. The 1850 call is better than the 1825 call. Anyway, come back in here. Could have been getting in this even up here, which is a retest here for, I think this was around 935. So could have easily been doing the 10 by 9 setup on its way down here. That's what I enjoy seeing. I enjoy looking for that, seeing that play out. But you got to find the right option that's got that price. Anyway, if you got in at 10, I mean, pretty quickly get to 12. Maybe this would have worried you a little bit, tighten up your stop. Just continue to run up. And if you got in at 10 and out at, let's even say 16, I mean, with a 1 hour risk, or with 1 hour risk of $100, what I say, 10 to 16, that's 6 hour. It's great. That is a great trade. And I was quickly down, was looking for it to come into 1815, rallied back up. Somebody made on the way back up, and it looks like we just got a bunch of people stopped out. If I zoom in back on this one and zoom out here, you can see, look where we've been. Like, we've had these massive moves higher. This move today via bottom, it's kind of a hammer candle. It's just the wrong location. We'll see if this continues, if we make a new high, or we could roll back down and again into this line. That's what we're looking for if we roll down. But tomorrow we could just be looking for open right on this line here, 1841.30, and taking the direction that it's going once it actually breaks out. So this would be a good one to to learn from, that as you're trading it and you're getting that that itch to move a stop, move a target, get out of it sooner. In this case, just holding on for the run down, and then getting out appropriately and getting into calls, and again, just waiting, just holding out. You can trail your stop up, just don't get too close. Wait until it's above the 21, and then something a little bit lower, like here when it makes that candle, and then here once it makes that candle, and here once it makes this candle, and it's just continuing up. So probably had to stop after some bearishness, probably had to stop down below these wicks. But there are ways to be actively trading this today. When it was going down like this, I'm like, okay, I just want to retest. Give me a retest up to 1841.30 for me to get in. And it didn't do it till here. And when it did it here, I was getting ready with an order for this to roll over, and it just didn't. It's like, okay, looks like we're going to go higher, which reminded me of this day, somewhat of a V-bottom. Pause right here on the line, got going a little bit here, and kind of the run up into this line really reminded me of I think it was this candle, for the same level. But there may have been other ones where that worked out a little better. Okay, not seeing it right now, but I'm definitely seeing lower highs from this high to where we're at right now. I see, obviously a new low. It's hard to dismiss that as not a factor. We've had some pullbacks. We haven't gotten into 1700 yet. That's where we were back here on the 4th. But we've got, somewhat relative lows and then lower highs, and then this just looks like a massive channel with some outlying prices. So I guess we'll be back tomorrow to see how things are going, what's playing out, and hope you enjoyed this one. This is Justin AMZN. Thanks.